Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to be linking to a Metafilter thread that has a focus on a really well-produced video. Now, it's interesting because this is the only video on this person's YouTube channel, and it's had like over 4 million views, and it's very well done, and yet it's the only one. It's kind of strange. It's very well produced, and it deals with how the wealth is distributed in America. And the video covers a study that was done. And they asked 5,000 Americans of all political stripes and such what they thought the wealth distribution in America was, what it actually was, and they asked them what it should be, the ideal. And then the video shows what it is actually. Now, what it should be by most American standards is wonderful. It shows an incredibly healthy, robust middle class, a lower class, the class of the poor, which is doing just fine. It has a chance to become middle class, and everyone in the middle class has an opportunity to move up into the higher echelons. The what they think it is variety is still pretty good. The poor are not as well off, the middle class isn't as well off, but it's still a healthy middle class, and the wealthy, of course, are even more wealthy. Then what they show you in the actual distribution of wealth in America, and it's just heartbreaking when you realize how much of our economy has been shifted into the possession of the 1%. Now, I've advocated in the past that we say, for example, take money out of politics. That would be a major step in the right direction. We strip corporations of their false personhood. That would be a step in the right direction. But in the past, I have advocated a progressive income tax. And after much thought and consideration, partly spurred by this video and partly spurred by thoughts I've been playing with in my head for a while, I am no longer going to advocate for a progressive income tax. I am now going to advocate for a progressive wealth tax. Yes, I'm advocating that we tax Americans' actual worth. All their worth. Every asset they possess. Now that's going to work out pretty good for the middle class and the poor, because thanks to the 1%, we pretty much don't have any wealth. The 1%ers have all the wealth. Which means under this progressive wealth tax, they're going to get hit like the angry fist of a god, which is fine, because they've been fisting us since Adam Smith. And I don't have a problem with that. The wealth that the 1%ers possess, they did not create. I created it, and you created it. The American people created that wealth, not the people who currently control it. And the people who control it shouldn't have all that wealth. The people that earned it, that created it, we should benefit from more of that wealth. Now, I'm not advocating pure communism, where every single American has actually the same amount of money. That wouldn't work, even if it were possible. No, I'm advocating something more along the lines of what Americans think the distribution should be. And I think that's a good goal. I think it's a target we can aim at. I would also make sure we go after people who have money on offshore accounts. Not investments, but just bank accounts that are sitting offshore with our wealth doing nothing but earning a low-level interest. And we should get them for tax evasion, flat out. You can tell them. You can bring the money back into America, repatriate it, put it back into our economy where it belongs, where you stole it from, or we charge you with tax evasion. And we charge you a big fine, and we arrest you. Not just a fine, actual arrest. Handcuffs. Mitt Romney would be in chains, which of course is where he belongs. They didn't earn that wealth. They didn't create that wealth. They took it from the people who did. Now, people are going to say, oh, you're a communist. No, I'm not a communist. I just don't want us to be a capitalist society any longer. I want us to be a society that is capitalist. Can you see the distinction there? Capitalism is a tool. It is a method. And at the moment, that tool, that method, runs us. It is us. And that's sick and twisted, and it is literally killing us. It is starving us. It is leaving Americans out in the cold and letting them die without health care. All right? The system is broken, and we need to fix it. We need a functioning society that is also capitalist. I want people to have an urge and a drive to create better and become wealthier if they so choose. But I want to make sure that no American is ever hungry, is ever homeless, is ever without clothing, is never without an education, from preschool all the way through college. Yes, I'm advocating that we pay for people's education all the way through college because an educated population is an important tool for survival. An educated citizenry is a good citizenry. And also, we make sure that no one has to worry about health care, ever, from cradle to grave. And we could do this right now if it weren't for the fact that the 1%ers have taken all of our wealth. So I am saying explicitly, absolutely directly, so everyone can hear me without any confusion, the 1% are parasites. And it's time we look for a new kind of medicine.